Hi everyone, I'm on a very cheap microphone, so sorry if this is ear rape because the quality is terrible. But yeah, just a quick disclaimer. Before I start, I may swear, I may be like very incoherent and rambly. This is because the series is like Ramble Reviews. It's like a cross between rambling, which is what YouTubers do sometimes, and reviewing, which is what other YouTubers do. And it's like gonna be a cross between sequelitis and just random incoherent nonsense. So don't expect anything high quality and structured. I'm probably gonna be giggling a bit. I might swear. I might make mistakes. I'll probably edit those out. I don't know. But yeah. Also, sorry if you hear this. That's just because I'm having to hold my mic, and for some reason there's a bit in it which starts jiggling sometimes. It's really annoying, I know. But anyway, let's get on with the review. There we go. So, Animal Paradise is a game that I used to play as a kid, and to put this into perspective, it was made in 2011, which, considering the fact that I'm 14, ow, it smacks the thing. I think it was about, like, just trying to do the maths in my head, give me a sec. 17 and 14, 16, 13, 15, 12, 14, 11, 13, 10, 12, 9, crap. 11. I was probably about 8 or 9. Or possibly even 7, I don't know. My birthday is late December, so it could be, like, I was probably about, like, 7, 8 or 9. And that was actually the time when I first got my first ever Nintendo DS Lite, and it was black and red, which is pretty cool, but that's not related whatsoever, so let's move on from that. And I got Animal Paradise because I was a massively girly girl, but the only reason why my parents wouldn't let me get like a pink DS or something like that was because we wanted to like share it out throughout the entire family, even though I tended to hoard it just because I'm a video game nerd and I I love the Nintendo DS, okay? But I recently revisited it, on my old Nintendo 2DS. Well, not old, but my Nintendo 2DS, which is the most high-tech Nintendo gadget I've gotten so far. But I don't really care. It plays 3DS games, 3DS games, there we go. And it plays normal DS games, and I don't really care whether or not it has a 3D function, because I'd have to buy glasses with it. But I'm considering getting the Switch, but that's another point. Anyways, Animal Paradise was a game, came out in about sometime 2011. I haven't done my research for this, but it came out roughly 2011, from what I can remember. And I used to play the hell out of it. Like, because you can't really have all that many files, you can only have 2 saves, because it's an old DS game and DS has had shit memory. Because it was all saved onto a card, which reminds me very much of a tiny floppy disk, but still. It was all saved onto 1 card, so you could only have 2 slots. Mine so far, because I loaded it up recently and I decided to overwrite an old save, I decided to rename it to Loon, because that's my internet short name. And I've played it for quite a bit. I've gotten up to the stage where, spoiler alert, I've gotten to about just after Lothier Bunny, and that's like, yeah. Basically, what happens in the game, just to give you a bit of context, is you've got a load of animals. You go around to a somewhat distant relative's house and their uncle and whatever, and you go out to take pictures of animals because apparently you're very good with animals. And then the uncle's like, hey, so I hear you're good with animals. We take pictures of animals, so would you like to get friendly with the animals so we can take some pictures? And the pictures are adorable, so it's worth it. So you go, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll do that. Yeah, okay. And then you just go outside, and there just so happens to be a Welsh corgi lying about around outside the barn that you're staying in. Well, no, it's exactly a barn, but it's on a farm. Yeah. So you've gone out, you're petting this Welsh corgi or whatever, and what happens is you've got a couple of options. Let me just take this thing off sleep mode. I'm currently playing with a cat. If I find my goddamn DS pen. Listen to that epic music, everyone. Hell yeah. Right, anyway. you've got not even three, you've got a couple of options, those being bond, meal, walk, brush, toys slash wash if you've got a dog or any other animal. It's toys if you've got any other animal besides a dog, but it's wash if you've got a dog. And those are the options. You've got 6 options, all of which do a unique thing. For example, bond means you get to pet the animal, but you gotta make sure that you pet them in certain places which make them feel comfortable, and you'll know whether or not they're feeling comfortable because either sparkles or hearts will come off their body. If it's sparkles, that means you're doing good. If it's hearts, I think that means you're doing it really good, but you can only get the hearts like once on each part of the body. Yeah. The sparkles you can get continuously. It's pretty good if you want to grind, so to speak, to get extra hearts for your animal. And you can get a maximum of 10 hearts, and when the 10 fudge, sorry, and when you get 10 hearts on the animal, they will come over to the barn where you're staying. And once you've gotten all 10 hearts and all the random animals, I don't remember how many there are, then you win. And it's like, there's a bit of a story to it, but then it's like, you get to do whatever the hell you want, and that's the story. The basic story is you go in, you talk to the people, they say, you are animals, we like to take photos of animals, you're good with animals, let's let you bond with the animals so we can take photos. And they say, okay, and then you go off, do the thing, it's just so conveniently happens that when you're doing that, by the time you've finished petting all the animals and taking all the photos and like 100%ed the animals, then you have to go home, which is a bit of a shame. But then you can always reload exactly, like, it doesn't completely like finish the game, but it like rolls the credits. But you can always go back to all the animals and all that just for the funsies. So, to move on from that, let's move on to the models and the overall game design. So, for the humans, the cousin and uncle, I think it's the cousin and uncle, I can't remember, they are 2D sprites, which is good, because the game, since it came out in 2011 and it's for the Nintendo DS, the game has slightly crude 3D models. Not to say that they're horrible, in fact they're actually pretty decent, but they are slightly crude, and I would rather not see them as humans. But they are very anime-esque because it was I think it was a Japanese company, but it could have been American. I'm not sure. But they made this game, and they've got slightly anime-esque sprites to fit in with the whole Nintendo theme, because Nintendo's Japanese and whatever. I don't know. And then you've got the 3D models, sorry, not sprites, for the animals, and I'm gonna say they are actually pretty decent. For 2011, and for the old Nintendo DS/Lite, they're actually really good. If you take a look at them, I might slap up some pictures here, I don't know. This isn't going to have brilliant graphics. Sorry, not brilliant graphics, brilliant visuals. The video's not going to have amazing, like, visuals happening. It's probably just going to be, like, a crudely drawn sprite of mine, and then, you know, maybe some pictures here and there. I haven't gotten around to editing this yet. Ugh. I'm really sorry. But anyway, the sprites, they're 3D sprites, they're very good, they're very nice looking, and they're completely adorable. Like, all the animals you go for, there's a chick, 3 dogs, I think, a chipmunk, a couple of cats, some bunnies, I think. I can't remember how many other animals there are because it's been ages since I've played the full thing. I've only gotten up to the American short-haired cat. Since I last played it, which is about like 5 minutes ago. How long I've been recording this ago? 9 minutes thereabouts. You've got plenty of animals to take care of and start petting and all whatnot, and they're all completely adorable. They're like small pet-like animals, things that you'd normally have as a pet, but there are some in the wild for some reason. There's even a hamster, actually. So yeah, that's the 3D models. And as far as like the characters themselves go, like the way that the animals function, you can't just like do one thing all the time. Like, there will be times when the animal won't want to do it. Say, for example, if you've already brushed an animal, like if you've already brushed, say, the golden retriever, and then you want to give it a wash, you can't because that's already counts as it being clean. If you want to, like, feed the animal twice, you have to wait for a while. and then you can feed them again, that kind of thing. And then sometimes they're just not in the mood. Bonding, though, you can always do that. You can always pet the animal, because, I don't know. As far as I can remember, you can actually always pet the animal. I don't think they reject being pet. Excuse me. Yeah. Now I think I'm just going to gush for a bit. So, warning, gushing ahead. This game is adorable, and I love its soundtrack because it's so nostalgic towards me, and my tone of voice has not changed whatsoever because I'm not getting incredibly riled up about it. I just realised that. But the game, it's pretty damn good, and you got loads of mini games, and they're so cute, and you get to dress up like animals and things, so you get to do songs and feed them and that kind of thing. So you've got like 10 mini games you can do, and they're all very unique. They're all their own thing. That's completely adorable. It's like a little party games thing almost, like 1-2 switch or something. But instead of it being like shaking a bottle or something using the Joy-Con, it's actually just like dressing up the animal the way that they want to be dressed up, or feeding them what they want to be fed, and all that kind of thing. And they're all like little pixel sprites, and they're really cute. Gushing over. Okay, I think I need to end this now. I can't really think of any more points to get up. Aside from the fact that it's got like 6 languages, which, bearing in mind the fact that it's an old Nintendo game, pretty good. Okay, okay. Bye now. Bye. On that gushy bombshell, I think it's time to end, and then I'll probably call this like Blast from My Past or something, because this is my old childhood game. Being the fact that came out. Ugh, I can't speak. Bearing in mind the fact that it came out in 2011, and I was about 7, 8, 9, that kind of era. It was pretty good, and it was like, it blew my 7, 8, 9-year-old mind, because I barely ever played like any video games besides Halo. Funny, I know, but I'll go into that in another video. On that gushy bombshell, it's time to end. Yes, I stole that ending from Top Gear. Goodbye.